All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are back with GEC NASCAR THDesign Cup Series. We're out here for the race 3 of the playoffs. This is going to be an exciting night here at Kentucky. This race is actually going to be sponsored by THDesigns tonight, Bluegrass, THDesigns, Bluegrass 225 tonight. Always up in the booth. You got myself, Jamie G, and we got Lee Kiernan. Kiernan, how we doing tonight?
Yeah, doing great, Jamie. Kind of looking forward to this track tonight. Don't know what we're going to get. 1.5 mile quad oval. Came into the NASCAR series in 2000, so definitely looking forward to a good race here tonight.
Kyle, was that too blunt?
Oh, no, I didn't think so. I know.
But you are live right now.
All right, we're going to take a look and see what the weather is actually going to be like here tonight. Let's go over to the race info page. THDesign Bluegrass 225. We got, like he was saying, it is going to be a quad oval, 1.46 miles. Temperature is actually really low, so these cars could be a little tight. The grip is going to be good, but unfortunately, there is 70% of moisture on the track, partly cloudy with 9 miles an hour of wind gusts. So we could see a little bit of problems just with the moisture and the wind, but I don't think it's really going to cause a lot. What do you think, Kiernan?
Yeah, it was really grippy for me on Tuesday night, shockingly so. But we've seen in practice here that these guys are getting pretty loose, especially in turn 4. Not sure whether it's the aero, which we'll touch on here in a little bit, or whether these guys just need to get used to the rears and they don't have quite as much grip coming out of 4. So that'll be interesting for us to see tonight.
Well, it looks like we do have a decent field here tonight. 22 drivers showing up to Kentucky to give it all they got. Playoff drivers, obviously, we have 14 playoff drivers. We'll be going over that here in a moment. It looks like Jacob Malone, once again, taking that top time, 29.49. Thomas Coonan coming back after a little bit of a hiatus. Good to see him out there rocking that THDesigns TJ Hanley paint scheme. We got Darren Bruce, Joseph Barrow, and Kenneth Gallman to lead out our top 5 right here. Shane Cochran, McCabe Ellswick, Wilson Campbell, and is going to lead out our top 10. It's going to be quite interesting, like you said. There's a lot of aero going on out there. We're actually going to see a lot of blocking with that aero. If I'm pretty blunt with it, people are going to be using that aero to their advantage just to get drivers off their axis coming around those corners. We've seen it already a few different times, but hopefully it doesn't cause too much of a problem. But yeah, I mean, the Truck Series had a great race. Only 5 cautions in that race. Hopefully we can see something similar here tonight. As we see Cochran going off a little bit into the pits right there. But there is a decent battle going on in the playoffs. Kiernan, do we got some standings for that?
Yeah, let me bring him up, Jamie. Malone, man, what a season. Say it every week, but man, he's just been on fire all year. 60 points ahead. But then from second down to 14th, everyone is so tight. Just to give you an idea, because there's no point going through all the points because they're that tight. Darren Bruce gained 7 points last week with his finish and moved himself up to 7th in the standings. And poor Benjamin Archuleta, that had an early out, he actually dropped 9 positions down to 14th. That gives you an idea of how tight these points are at the moment. Well,
and I believe we're going to see that closeness on the track tonight. People are not, hopefully they're not going to be aggressive, but they're definitely going to use a little bit more talent tonight to try to get up towards the front. As we've seen all season, like you said, Jacob Malone just dominating the field, but there still is a chance. 3 races left here. This will be race 3 for the playoffs, so then we got 2 more races after that. Let's go ahead and take a look and see what that schedule looks like for the rest of the season. It's going to be...
Jamie.
Yeah.
Jamie, there could be somebody that will give him a run for his money today. He's been missing from the last few races, and that's Coonan. Coonan's out there tonight, hopefully, or he might give him a run for his money there tonight. We noticed on the practice standings that he was right up there on the same time. So sorry to interrupt there, but kind of thinking Coonan might be able to give him a bit of a run for his money tonight.
Well, we got Bruce up there as well. Bruce is super close to Coonan's time.
Awesome.
It all depends, It all really depends on how much practice they put in. Kentucky is not a super technical track, but it looks like...
It's not a super technical track, but tires. We're going to see tires drop off after 5, 6, 7, 8 laps, depending on how hard they push these tires early. So then they'll need to go, maybe 20 more laps. I think it's all about tires tonight.
Well, we do have a couple other tracks coming up at the end of the season here. It looks like Michigan will be next week, next Thursday. Michigan, always a great, iconic track. I love Michigan. It's one of my favorite tracks to race on. So I'm super excited for the Truck Series to go out there. But I know I'm excited to see these Cup guys and see what they got for Michigan. And then we got the Milwaukee Mile. Ended the season with a short track. I have a couple times, but it's hard.
Yeah. I'm looking forward to Michigan as well. I think there's a lot of people that love Michigan, so that'll be tight. That'll be tight, and it'll be interesting in the Cup cars because you can really throw them around there. So that'll be interesting. But I'm not sure about Milwaukee. Jamie, you had a great race Tuesday night. Finished second. You had great speed. You had a couple of things go on. Still got back through the field and got up to second. So looking forward to hearing some input from you about the quick way to get around here. I know it's different in a Cup car, but you were very quick on Tuesday.
I'm hearing the strategy is actually a little different than the trucks are going to be. They actually, from what I hear, they're going to be downshifting in 3 and 4. So obviously, that can cause a couple different problems. If you downshift too early, it's going to kick the back end of the car out. If you downshift too late, it's not going to give you the advantage that you actually need coming around that corner. So downshifting is going to be a big deal, and really they're going to have to hit their marks if they want to do it right.
Yeah, that's interesting. So turn 3 was interesting in the trucks because everyone was trying to back up turn 3, and the scary part of that is that somebody can get into the back end of you pretty easily there in 3. And so that will just heighten that by these guys shifting down in that area. So they're going to have to be very careful on the entry of 3.
Well, it looks like we got some times coming in for the qualify. Logan Wilson at the top of the list, topping out Malone right now. Malone is off the track, Ellswick's off the track, and Bruce is off the track. So Wilson's still out there, but he's got the fastest time that we can see on the track. Good for him, man, taking the pole. I have seen Logan up front a lot. I don't know if he's taken the pole away from Malone all season, but man, it feels good to see him out there and take that pole position. It does look like that is going to round out the top 5. So Wilson, Malone, Ellswick, Bruce, and Coonan all in the top 5 right now.
Yeah, Logan's so quick. That's a great result for him. He's a teammate of Malone, of course, in IT and out. So they locked out the front row with Ellswick, their team boss, in 3rd. So yeah, great result there already for IT and out.
Well, it looks like these guys are just now starting to come off of the track. We got a couple people still out there. our Lane, McKay, both McKay brothers and Marion still out there trying to get it down. But it looks like they are running out of time. They got about 60 seconds left to get off the track.
Bruce is in 4th position at the moment. That's nice. I'd like to see Bruce up there tonight. And Coonan. Coonan's in 5th. We just talked about Coonan. He was quick in practice. So let's see where he ends up.
Also a previous champion.
Yeah, right. Yeah. So he'll be keen to make his mark in this playoff series.
Well, unfortunately, he was not able to make the playoffs himself because of a few missed races. But yeah, it's interesting to see a champion out there outside of the playoffs trying to just go out there for the victory tonight.
Well, there's my favorite paint job for the evening. The 11 there of Marion. What a great paint job.
Looks good. Old reminiscent of Jeff Gordon, honestly, if you think about it.
Yeah, wow.
But that Texas Pete's hot sauce, man, that's one of the best hot sauces. I love Texas Pete. That stuff is so good.
I love how the digits at the bottom go to red and they've got a bit of reflection on them. That's awesome. I'll be looking at that all night.
All right, well, these guys are going to be lining up. We'll go ahead and kick it off, as always, with our national anthem, and we'll be right back with GEC eNASCAR.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are back, and here we go. The grid is starting to move. We're going to go ahead and go over that now. Looks like in row 1, we have Logan Wilson and Jacob Malone. Row 2, Caleb Ellswick and Darren Bruce. Row 3 will be Thomas Coonan and Josh McCabe. Row 4, Wesley Lynch and Shane Cochran. Row 5, Chris Campbell, Kenneth Gallman. Row 6, Jason McCabe and Justin Harris. Row 7, Michael Boone and Richard Elliott. Row 8, Justin Openchowski and R. Lane. Row 9, Hunter Birkmeyer and Joseph Barrow. Row 10 will be Marion and Dustin Haynes. Row 11, Brad Wilson and Michael Menchaca. And that will lead out our scrolling grid. Once again, thank you all for joining us here at Kentucky for the THDesigns Bluegrass 225, sponsored by THDesigns Cup Series, presented by GEC. Looks like we're about to get ready to go green flag here. Pace car's off. Those ITing out guys are going to lead us out for the green flag. See who can get the better jump. All pretty even right there. Malone not letting Wilson get away in that 76. Malone shooting to that outside wall to see if he can get a good drop in on that corner right there, and he does. Going to be on the outside of that 66. They're going to 66 and him are just neck and neck right there.
Great start, Logan.
Yeah, an amazing start by Logan Wilson. Wilson up the track a little bit higher than I'm sure he wanted to be.
Ellswick's up the inside there now.
As you can see, Malone doing a little bit of what I was doing. If you get on the inside of him, he's going to try to hold you down so you can't come back up the track so you don't accelerate as well. But it looks like Ellswick is holding on back there. Coonan having an issue with Darren Bruce. They're going to be side by side there for a second.
Yeah, Coonan looks quick to me. The top 10 at the moment, we have McCabe in 10th, fighting with Harris. We have Campbell in 9th, followed by, and in front of him we have Lynch and Cochran.
Malone touching the wall. But it's going to be Coonan that's going to be side by side with Caleb Ellswick now. I found in the truck race, the inside line is going to be the better line to have. That's where you're going to be able to make those passes. But if they get a good advantage on the outside, like Ellswick just did, you're not really going to be able to make it happen.
Man, these things are just so aero sensitive, especially in a place like this, especially with the lack of grip coming off the corners. So yeah, it'll be interesting to hear afterwards how different or how similar they were to the trucks.
It looked like Cochran clipped the wall a little bit right there. Wesley Lynch is going to get on the inside of him. We do have a driver that just went a little sideways down there. I think that was Dustin Haynes. Not 100% sure.
Bruce looked like he was dropping back there too, so it could have been Bruce.
Yeah, it might have been. Whoever it was got really sideways coming out of 3 and 4. Haynes now going to be on the inside making that pass on Darren Bruce. Darren Bruce isn't going to let it go very lightly. He's going to try to take that back. Almost a 3 wide there with 15 Harris and Campbell.
Great start by these guys. This is a little bit of a tricky track, especially on cold tires. They're starting to get into a groove there now.
Yeah, I found once we were in the groove in the truck series, it just lasted a lot longer.
Yep. Yeah, once those tires come up to speed and you get good solid temperature in them, it's great until they lose grip. Which I'm guessing will be around in about 4 to 5 laps, depending on how hard they pushed them.
Wesley Lynch out there in a new paint job. He's in the Gravedigger paint job tonight. Looking good in that green and purple.
Love it. Jamie, we haven't done what's your pick? Who's your pick?
All right.
You're gonna go first, buddy. Who's your pick tonight?
Okie doke. You know, I've been waiting for him to do it, and I really think Shane Cochran's got to come out with a win before the end of the season. So I'm going to give my confidence to Cochran, the GEC Ninja, and see if he can go ahead and take home a victory today.
You know, I'm going to go for a skid mark car tonight. And I was going to go for Menchaca tonight. But after seeing Wesley's paint job there with the Gravedigger, how can I not go for that? So I'm going for Wesley tonight.
That sounds great. Wesley Lynch, obviously an amazing driver all in himself, GEC veteran and a director of the Cup Series as well. Well, assistant director anyway. A lot of movement and action already. The 15 down on the bottom of the track. Something happened with Michael Boone. Caution does not come out. He's going to be slow around the bottom side of the track coming back out. Getting past there by Michael Menchaca. Let's go ahead and see if we can take a look of what happened there. Yeah, it looks like the 35 with Jason McCabe on his outside. Nobody touching him. He just gets loose, and I think he tries to overcorrect it, unfortunately, taking that car sideways.
Did he hit anything? I don't think he
No,
has.
no, he didn't hit nothing. He locked it down pretty good. Didn't come up onto the track. Really great job by Michael Boone by saving that right there.
Yeah,
That was a heck of a save.
It looks like he was in a good position too, so it's a bit of a shame. It's hard to work back from back there.
Well, and as we do have stages in this one, stages for Kentucky tonight are going to be 45 and 90.
Okay, it's about now. Here's my pick that the tires will start to be a little secondhand.
Well, Logan Wilson's still out front dominating right now, doing an amazing job of keeping Malone behind him.
You know, Jamie, one of the things I've been honored to watch this season is how well Malone does with the vehicle out of control. Like right up on the edge, having it right near the wall, and managing to keep it off the wall, and you can see all the work he's doing inside the car. Just
well, and we seen what, like, I think it was like 4 races ago, he was pushing really, really hard. The tires came off. We did have a different winner, but he was almost completely sideways on all the corners in the last couple laps. Still able to save that car somehow. So amazing driving by him normally.
his car control has just been amazing. But Logan's got a good jump here, and Logan looks really really clean.
Yeah, you're not wrong. Looking really, really good out there. Let's go ahead and let's see if we can ride along with Caleb Ellswick real quick. Let's see if we can jump on the in-car with him. Just to get a grip of what these guys are going through. As you can hear that car downshifting in 3 and 4.
Man, it looks so easy when you have this angle at times.
I know.
Trust me, it's it's not easy.
Ellswick doing a great job keeping that car steady, not giving it too much input. The more input, the more tire wear, so...
Yeah, interesting line. It looks like he's running those boys down a little bit now. Just looking at the gap there, the gap is 1.16, 1.17. And Logan's got the quickest time so far with a 29.577.
Yeah, wow.
Yes, yeah. Ellswick's hanging there right there at a 120, 1.2 most of the time. So yeah, nice place to be in right now. I'm sure those boys are very comfortable. I think I just saw, yeah, I did. Malone just got into the wall there. Seen him do that a couple of times.
Well, let's go ahead and jump on board with Malone real quick. We were just on board with Shane Cochran there for a second. Looks like he is a little bit further back than he wants to be. About 3 seconds off the top 4. But Malone is trying to chase down Wilson, but he has made no progress cutting down that 0.5 lead.
I think he's comfortable right now. I wonder how much aero he's actually getting at this stage from Wilson.
I can't imagine too much, or if any at all. Oh, and he gets loose right there, up into the wall, front and back. Touch that wall.
Yeah, that was late in turn 4 to... Was that turn 4? Yeah, turn 4 to be doing that.
Let's check out and see what kind of battles we have in the back. 39 of Bruce is making his way back through the field, passing Jason McCabe there. 87 and 71, Gallman is trying to defend his position against... Wait a second. Looks like Dustin Haynes is starting to move up. But the 87 of R Lane trying to take that position away, and he is able to get up in front of Gallman, trying to chase down McCabe.
It's a great race in there going on.
Couple people in the chat, Grizzly shouting out Skidmark Motorsports 71, 4, 33, and 32. And then we have Michael W. Let's Go Malone. Always good to see people in here shouting out their drivers. Thank you all for being here. Again, Kentucky is an amazing place to be tonight. A really cool night. Only 70 degrees like we said. It's going to make an amazing race for the THDesigns Bluegrass 225. Oh, and we do have a driver down on pit lane. That is going to be Shane Cochran. We're about 23 laps in right now. Maybe he's making a play for the stage. I'm thinking that's exactly what he's doing. Because stage is 45.
So what are they getting out of a run? Around 30 laps?
Well, in the trucks, it looks like everybody's coming down. I would say 25 to 27 maybe. 30 would be pushing it, I'm thinking. Maybe 28 at the most. Because we got Lynch and Barrow now coming down into pit lane as well with Shane Cochran. Cochran now going to be a lap down, but I think they're making a play for the stage. Looks like Marion is now coming in and Campbell as well.
Ooh. Haynes was all out of shape then.
Yeah, it looks like Barrow, Menchaca, Campbell, Lynch, and Marion all into the pits at the moment. Openchowski now up to 10th place. It looks like the 71 of Gallman trying to chase him down to get back up into the top 10. Richard Elliott in 9th place trying to defend that position against Openchowski.
Elliott, of course, was last week's winner.
Yeah, it was great to see him take a checkered flag for the first time here at GC.
Yeah, it was. He was
I know
excited too.
Yeah, he was.
Yeah.
He was. It was great. We got Brush Truck Guy in the chat saying, "Let's go 3-car. You're our man." Dusty Haynes getting some shout outs in the chat.
Yeah, Dusty looked like he was on it just a moment ago. Saw him all crossed up there.
Justin Harris now down into pit lane, and a few others are going to follow. Look like Gallman and Campbell coming down. Gallman and Haynes, actually. Yeah, I don't know. We're 28 in. I'm thinking you're right. It might be 30 laps for the fuel stint here. Now, are you pushing it all the way and losing that time, or are you going to come down early and try to get that advantage on the stage?
I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, it's a hard choice.
Yeah.
It really is.
It really is. And we saw in the trucks, sorry to refer back to the trucks, everybody, but there was a caution right in the middle of the green flag pits. So that was interesting.
Luckily, it actually played out in my favor. I wound up going down in, and as I was in my pit box, that's when the caution came out. I almost came back out in first place somehow, but I don't know how he did it. He managed to squeak by me, Craighead, in that 33.
Yeah, it was weird that restart because iRacing kind of freaked out, so it was interesting. So we've got Ellswick out front now.
Oh, Malone and Coonan down into the pits.
Yeah.
Hunter Birkmeyer and Brad Wilson also down there.
Interesting with Ellswick and McCabe are still 1-2. So ITN out, still locking up first and second. Man.
Yeah, it looks like Ellswick, McCabe, R. Lane, Richard Elliott, Justin Openchowski, both McCabe brothers, and Michael Boone have not pitted, but it looks like they're all coming down in now. Yeah, all of them are coming down in now. It looks like 32 laps before they had to come in.
Man, that was a great pit entry by Elliott. He closed up so much on the 87 then. Good job, Elliott.
Well, and now these guys that pitted early, like Lynch and Barrow and, part of the Skidmark team, what kind of advantage are they going to be able to get since their fall off is going to be so early? Oh,
So
Barrow wiggles right there. He almost gets up into the number 11 of Mari and able to save it. Great driving by saving that by Barrow. Good job, Barrow. Looks like Michael Boone still hasn't pitted. Oh, Michael Boone just came down into pits. Jacob Malone was able to take the lead somehow off of Wilson by almost 1.5 seconds. Must have had a good pit stop, or his entry must have been really quick. That is going to be everybody that pitted. Their earliest pit was by Shane Cochran, and that was 10 laps ago. And he's showing right now in 4th place, so it does look like that gave him a little bit of a boost in the standings, but how long is he going to be able to hold on to it with those old tires?
Yeah, Malone, Wilson, Coonan, Cochran at the top 4, followed by Harris. Great work, Harris. So yeah, good work by those guys. Ellswick dropped off a little bit there. It looks like he lost a little bit. I wonder if that was just for staying out. He's back into the clutches of Lynch there now. Both him and McCabe.
7 of Harris down into the infield. Looks like he was going sideways right there.
Oh, I think he still might be.
He is. He's up on the racing surface, and that's going to bring out our first caution of the night. And that is not close enough for stage, so we will still see a stage caution come out. Let's go ahead and take a look. We've pretty much seen the whole thing already.
I did this myself on Tuesday, so I know how this feels.
Luckily enough, I was able to stay out of the infield.
Looks like he was cutting the grass.
Well, he almost was able to save it. It looked like he got straight again. And then...
It must have been when he got back in it, or when he hit this grass here.
Yeah, he hit that second patch of grass, and that's what sent him sideways.
Yeah.
It looked like he got back into the gas a little too early. Luckily, everybody was able to avoid him. Couple close calls there, but that is going to be the first THDesign caution of the night. Looks like Harris and Menchaca are now 1 lap down.
Yeah, I was looking at the same thing.
Menchaca possibly get that lap back. He should be lucky dog.
Yeah, I think so.
I don't think we're going to see very much pitting, though. And Michaka is going to come back around. He is going to be that lucky dog. Looks like Harris is going to have to drop back to the back of the pack. He's going to be stuck a lap down, unfortunately, with that incident. Michael Boone down into pit lane. Something's going on. He must have something up his sleeve.
Is he taking tires so he can push hard?
He might be. It's not a bad strategy to see what you can do, but I mean, it's a little late coming into it. The stage is going to kick off at, what did I say, lap 42?
Yeah, he hasn't got enough laps, has he?
No.
Mind you, if you're in the bottom third, you gotta do something.
Well, and we
Jamie,
see... Go on.
Did you always take 4 on Tuesday night, or
I
did
did.
you? No, okay.
Yeah,
Because
I
we
did.
were contemplating on taking 2 there at one stage if it was going to be right before a yellow, 10 or 15 before a yellow.
It wouldn't have been a bad idea to only take 2, but in all honesty, like I'd said last race, I'd really much rather that full amount of grip.
Yeah.
And I don't know. I'm once my car gets uneasy and it doesn't feel familiar anymore until it wears, I have so much trouble maintaining the speed I had before.
Yeah, you just feel like you're waiting for the tires to even out the whole entire time. And sometimes I feel like you lose as much time doing that as you gain on the pit. But some of these guys are able to do it. I know Craighead is really good at doing it.
So, looks like the oldest tires on the track right now are going to be Shane Cochran with 15 laps on those tires. Wesley Lynch is going to be right there with him with 14. They're going to be up into the top 5 at the moment.
Logan Wilson only took 2 tires last stop, and so did Cochran and McCabe. That's interesting.
Well, hopefully they can make it work because they got a restart coming up right here. This is going to end out the stage. They only have 3 laps till the stage. Or 4 laps, sorry. Pace car is off. 2 IT and out drivers going to battle it out here for the restart at Kentucky for the THDesigns Bluegrass 225. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. This is going to end out the first stage. Malone normally getting a pretty good jump as he did right there. Whew, that was a decent jump. 76 going to have to fight it out with Coonan. Coonan down on that bottom side, wrapping around. Like I said earlier, that bottom side is going to be a little bit faster.
What a start. Amazing. This will be interesting to see if Coonan can get by Wilson here.
Looks like he did that little bit of a slide job. Contact with Wilson right there. Wilson touching the backside, getting Coonan a little bit loose off that slide job. Coonan gonna battle it back out, see if he can wrestle it away, but it looks like Wilson definitely took that. That's gonna give the advantage to Shane Cochran to catch up a little bit on those older tires. But here comes Ellswick rushing back up to 5th place.
Yeah, and Logan had such a good run there that he's right on the tail of Marion now. Maybe he's got too good a run. He ran wide.
He clipped that wall, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, Malone just clipped the other one.
Oh. Some great driving back in the pack around Burrow at the moment.
Yeah, there's a whole bunch of cars grouped up 3 wide with Jason McCabe, the number 87 of our lane. And the other McCabe, Josh McCabe, is out there on the outside trying to stick it in there. Oh, 96 and Openchowski just threading the needle, getting through on Darren Bruce. Looks like Harrison Barrow also having a fight right there. Just incredible driving by these Cup drivers tonight.
So we're on lap 42. What lap is stage?
Should be right now.
Okay.
Let me see. No, it's 45. I'm sorry, 45.
Coonan out front right now. Good job, Coonan.
Oh, wow. I wonder how that happened.
Yeah.
It looks like Malone must have gotten up into the wall or something, maybe. Yeah, his car is super loose. Did you see that wiggle just now?
Yep. Looks like Lynch might get him here soon.
Yeah, Lynch is going to have the advantage. But Ellswick underneath Shane Cochran right there coming out into 1 and 2.
Great racing.
Oh, my. You see, man, Malone's car is just wiggling all over the place.
I know. Yeah.
It just did it again.
I wonder if he's got some damage. I wonder if he got up into the outside wall and caused a bit of damage.
You would have to figure that's what it is.
I was just going to see if he has any incident points.
Ooh, Shane Cochran with a big checkup right there. Ellswick shooting that bottom side. Ellswick having to check up for Malone. Oh, 3 cars up into the wall. Malone goes around into the infield. He's by himself. Caution comes out for the stage right there. He is quite lucky that was the stage, because that caution would not have come out.
And that's Coonan taking that stage, followed by Wilson and Lynch. Great job by Lynch.
Yeah, those guys are all going to get stage points. Coonan, Wilson, Lynch, Cochran, Elliott, Ellswick, Campbell, Lane, Bruce, and McCabe.
Now, you went for Cochran, didn't you?
I did.
What a great pick that is. Awesome driver. And just an incredible presentator. Just have so much respect for him. But my horse is in front of your horse.
Ah, ha, ha. Had to throw that out there, didn't you? Yeah.
Yeah.
That's okay. That's okay. That's all right. The ninja comes out of nowhere every single race, so we're gonna see some sneaky stuff. But yeah, wow, great job by Thomas Coonan taking that stage right there. Wilson, man, he's been really fast. He's gonna be a problem if he gets back up front again.
Yeah, that was great racing up front there.
Absolutely.
Good job, Coonan.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we'll be right back after this commercial break. Thank you all for being here. Make sure you like and subscribe, and we'll see you back out on the track in a moment with GEC eNASCAR.
Sun's going down and the rig is on. iRacing is where I belong. Discord's lit and the drivers are here. This is GEC, there's no room for fear.
All right, ladies and gentlemen. We are back out on the track. These guys are about to go double file. Lights are going to be off the pace car. Richard Elliott up to the lead. Looks like we missed something.
I was wondering if you could bring up how many tires everyone took.
I can, yeah.
I'm wondering if Elliott took 2 tires.
Fuel only.
Fuel only, there we go. A few of them took fuel only. Hunter only took fuel only as well to move him up the field.
Well, it looks like
5th. Yeah, he's in 5th.
It looks like Josh McCabe took 2 tires.
Yep, both him and Brad Wilson. Of course, Brad's trying to come back from that spin earlier. I think it was a spin earlier in the race, so he's trying to get further up the field there. Just have a look where he's at. I was actually thinking of Boone, not Brad Wilson.
Well, with only fuel only, Elliott's going to have some laps on those tires. And if that's true, how well is he going to be able to restart with the field that has 4 tires almost all the way around? Because Wilson and Coonan both took 4 tires.
I think he'll be okay. He was talking to me in the Skid Mark chat room before the race. I think he's got a game plan on how to conserve tires. So I think he'll be okay.
Elliott with a decent jump right there. Wilson, he's going to get on the inside of McCabe, but he's going to take that position. Like I said, once Wilson gets up front, it is going to be very difficult to get him out of there. And he makes an easy pass on Richard Elliott. Coonan comes flying in out of nowhere. Dive bombs that turn. Holy crap.
Yeah, Coonan's on the move tonight.
Well, then you got Birkmeyer on the inside of McCabe as well. Birkmeyer making some moves. Wesley Lynch also making some moves, trying to get back up into the top 5.
Now remember, Birkmeyer didn't take any tires. He only took fuel only.
Well, they got a long while before the next stage to lap 90. I think we're going to see some early pit stops here.
Yeah, once again, that's an interesting pack. Back where Barrow is with Lane, Campbell, Barrow, Bruce, Cochran.
Oh, wow, they're so tight back there. Bruce on the outside of Campbell trying to chase down Barrow. But that dirty air, man, with all those cars right there. 3 wide. Holy moly.
Yeah, that's great racing.
66.
These guys will be loving this.
Looks like we got a little bit of a slowdown from our lane. Check up from Barrow, which gets tapped by Bruce. That gives Campbell the advantage to go on the inside. Oh! Ellswick gets loose in front of Wesley Lynch. 2x2. Some amazing close racing going on right here.
Yeah, there really is. And paint job of the night. Marion is sitting back there. What position is he in at the moment? 12th position in the number 11. Yeah.
Let's go ahead and see if we can ride along with Marion there for a second. See what he can see. But I think I just seen a car go off. Marion,
I think
right
Malone
behind Campbell.
Yeah, Malone's right behind Marion, so he'll be doing everything he can to get by. And I think I saw him up into the wall here just a moment ago. Funny feeling we'll see Marion trying to get around him here. Sorry, not Marion, Malone.
Oh, we had an issue. Menchaca jump into pits. Let's go take a look and see what happened to Menchaca.
Wow. Great driver, Marion. Looks like turn 4. Loose out of turn 4 is probably what happened.
That's exactly what happened. He came into the grass, almost corrected it, but that grass got him sideways. The moisture out there tonight is making that grass really slippery. Looks like he might have, yeah, he got a lot of damage from that. A whole bunch. But back on board with Marion again.
Just while we're watching this, we have Logan still out front. Logan Wilson by half a second over Coonan, followed by Elliott. Elliott is 2.1 seconds behind Logan Wilson. So Hunter is 4th. So Hunter and Richard Elliott, taking no tires, have hung in there pretty well.
As we were on board a second ago with Marion going 3 wide with Lynch and Campbell. Amazing car control coming from Marion.
What a great pack here. This is what we see in GEC Racing. Everyone's showing everybody respect, driving hard, and enjoying the night. Malone coming back through the pack. Doesn't have the outright speed that he's had other nights, so maybe he's just not showing his hand yet.
Yeah, just incredible.
I tell you, Malone and Marion have been locked together for the last 10 laps.
Looks like a little bit of a checkup from Bruce right there, giving Campbell the advantage. Campbell's going to go ahead and speed around him. Looks like Bruce is going to be falling back a little bit. Openchowski looking to take his position as well. Malone makes his way around Barrow and Openchowski. Now he's going to be on the outside of Darren Bruce. Yeah, he's just following Marion through the pack.
Yeah.
Marion up into 9th.
Starting to see Elliott drop a little bit now. Maybe he's hurting a bit his tires now.
Yeah, it looks like he is falling back. Logan Wilson now up to the lead. He's going to be being chased down by Coonan. Coonan not making a whole lot of headway on that 0.7.
It's about the same, isn't it? Hunter's staying in there though. Hunter's 3.3 seconds behind Logan. Good job, Hunter.
Well, it does look like Wilson is losing a little bit of speed as well. Everybody from 2nd place to, I want to say, 8th place, it gained a little bit on him right there. But he got it right back somehow.
Two of the cagiest guys in the field, Goldman and Cochran, are right next to each other at the moment in 13th and 14th. We haven't talked about Goldman all night. He has a funny way of being there right at the end, so.
Coleman in that Porta Potty Poop and Solutions paint scheme.
Gotta love it. So Jamie, when's the next caution?
That would be
not caution. Sorry, stage.
That would, well, I mean, same thing pretty much. Hopefully that's only the next caution, which would be lap 90. Once it goes into 91, they'll go ahead and throw that caution.
Okay.
But I don't see a lot of movement going on. Everything's turning pretty linear right now. Gallman and Cochran side by side.
Marion and Malone are very close. I just saw Marion wipe the nose of Malone there a moment ago. So,
Malone's been fighting, trying to get up through the pack. A little bit of a checkup right there from Marion, so that is going to give Malone the advantage, putting him right up in front of him and Darren Bruce. Darren Bruce now trying to fight from position with Marion.
yeah, Marion's flying tonight. Bruce to the inside.
On 3 and 4, I found myself having to turn down early and brake a little bit to get down that turn. But I imagine these guys aren't using the brake, they're using that downshift to do it.
Yeah, it's interesting that in the trucks, the worst thing you could do is be wide in 4.
Oh yeah, I lost so much speed doing that.
Yeah, just felt like you were going so much further away. But these guys seem to have more pace, more power. I'm not sure if it's the same line through 4.
Barrow now actually catching up to Marion. Marion falling back a little bit. Darren Bruce now taking position away, and Barrow as well.
This track is so wide. I was saying to you earlier, Jamie, it'll be fun to see if we run the Arcas here next season, because I think they'll be a blast. Wide. I think they'll handle really well here. So wide. I mean, look at that. It's amazing.
Coonan still not able to get any advantage on that 0.7 lead from Wilson. It's staying the same, almost identically, for the last 10 laps.
It's been a quiet night, I think, up in race control tonight.
It looks like Menchaca with another issue having to jump to pits.
I see.
It looks like that's
I
his
see
night.
Ellswick. Is Ellswick diving to the pitch? I saw him.
Yeah, Ellswick just came in.
Okay, just saw him drop down the chart there.
Ellswick and Birkmeyer are both into the pits.
Malone still marching to the front.
He's got a lot of marching to do, but he's made a lot of leeway. Side by side with the 15 and McCabe there. Michael Boone and McCabe fighting out.
Jamie, are you able to bring up the biggest movers?
Absolutely. So the biggest gainers of the night are going to be R. Lane. He's going to be up in 3rd place. Wow, Lane already made it up to 3rd. That's awesome. But he's going to be up 13 spots. Barrow up 10 spots for the night. Marion also up 10 spots. Dustin Haynes up 4. And Brad Wilson up 4.
You know, that's a really interesting biggest movers board, because outside of the top 3, the rest haven't moved that much. So wherever they were qualifying is about where they were running. Interesting.
Looks like my wife finally joined in to the race. She said, "See, I'm here," in my name. I thought somebody hacked my account there for a second. I looked down and I started to panic. I'm like, "Oh man, how did I go into the chat?"
Well, welcome. And I think we just saw Marion dive to the pits. I think I see Lynch in there as well. Oh,
you're right. Lynch, Campbell, Marion, and Lane as well. With this race just over halfway finished, these guys are killing it. We've seen what? 3 green flag pit stops already?
Yeah, it's awesome. It looks like the tires have actually got grippier as the race has gone on here. Don't know whether more rubber's been laid down and it's gripped up a bit, or what's going on, because they definitely don't look as loose as they were on the exit of these corners, especially 4.
Looks like Barrow coming down, Jacob Malone and Wilson all into the pit lane as well. Logan Wilson still with a decent lead over Thomas Kuhn, and Wilson now catching up to one of those lapped cars of R Lane. R Lane's going to try to maintain in front of Wilson to see if he can not get lapped one more time. And
So we have
does.
We have Wilson and Coonan pretty tight, and then we have a 6-second drop back to Bruce. And McCabe and Cochran 9 seconds off Logan.
Ooh, Logan Wilson coming down into pit lane.
Yeah.
So our new leader is going to be Thomas Coonan. Darren Bruce also down into pit lane. And Richard Elliott and Dustin Haynes. Let's go ahead and take a look and see. Looks like all the way down to Harris. Nope. Because it's changing now. Coonan now also down into pit lane. That's going to leave McCabe as our leader. Josh McCabe. Yeah, he's going to stay out. They have 32 laps on those tires. I imagine they are going to come into pit lane this next time around right here.
Caution right now would be pretty interesting.
Yeah, definitely would be. It'd shake everything up.
It would catch everyone below 7th a lap down.
Looks like the only people that have not pitted yet, McCabe, Cochran, Boone. Josh McCabe is in first. Jason McCabe also hasn't pitted. Justin Openchowski and Justin Harris. All of those drivers have not pitted.
I'm trying to see when the last time they pitted. They pitted on lap 47.
Yeah, 33 laps ago. And here they come. All of those guys are actually coming down into pit lane right now.
The top 4, the top 5.
Well, and the question is, with only 9 laps to go, what are you doing? Are you taking all 4, or are you just taking 2 to get back out early and stay out front?
I'm doing a splash.
Oh, you're just getting gas.
Yeah, because I'm going to come back in afterwards and get my tires.
Not a bad idea, actually. Oh, and we do see a lot of them only take fuel. Oh no, the only one that went with that is actually Shane Cochran. Logan Wilson took 2 tires 3 laps ago, but yeah, Shane Cochran coming out with fuel only. That's going to put Logan Wilson back up into the lead. Wilson only taking 2 tires. Wilson, Lynch, and Malone only took 2 tires. But Wilson, man, he is going to be 5 seconds ahead of Wesley Lynch.
And actually, Malone and Lynch are going at it right now, side by side. I just saw the place change, so they must be going at it.
Let's take a look and see who has the fastest 5 laps currently. Logan Wilson still sits at the top of the list with a 29.57. Thomas Coonan 29.66. Darren Bruce with a 29.77. Jacob Malone with a 29.78. And Shane Cochran actually in that list as well with a 29.81.
Man, Malone was up into that wall again just then. Every time you just see a puff of smoke coming off the wall, he just glances it. Gives us an idea of how high he's pushing that car.
Well, and the only advantage I could see doing that is getting that drop in coming into the turn. But you got to be careful because too much is going to definitely damage that car.
Yeah.
Caution is out before the stage, ladies and gentlemen. Thomas Coonan involved in a crash. Let's go ahead and take a look.
And maybe Lynch. I see Lynch plummeting down the charts as well, although now he's dropped back up there, so I'm not sure.
No, it looks like Coonan just getting sideways on his own, coming out of 3 and 4, where we've seen a lot of these drivers get loose. Oh, it snapped around on him.
You're probably sitting there thinking the same thing I was, and that was hope it doesn't snap back up to the wall like that.
Oh man, all those drivers barely avoiding as he turns that car around, but no contact with any other car or the wall. Good job on Thomas Coonan by locking that car down. I'm not sure if they're going to count this as the stage or not, because of the fact we have to be within 5 laps. But they might. They actually might count that as the stage.
Look, I don't know what happened to Lynch. He was right up there in second place, and now he's the last car on the lead lap. And that all happened. So I don't know whether he pitted for more
I don't
tires
see
or
Lynch
what.
on the track anymore.
Well, there you go.
Yeah, Lynch has no speed registered, and I don't see him on the track.
He might be having some IT issues.
Oh, that would suck. Lynch was doing such a great job in that Gravedigger. Maybe he can come into the chat here in a minute and tell us what's going on. But it does look like all those cars are coming down into pit lane. Justin Harris and R Lane looks like they're staying out to try to get those laps back. Thomas Coonan also down into pit lane.
It says Lynch is out now, so yeah, something's definitely going on there.
Yeah, I think they might have counted that as stage. Because it was just 5 laps away from 90. They don't care about the 91. They just care about the 90. And if it was 5 laps, I bet money they counted that as stage 2. I'm just going to go real quick and get a little information about that, and then I'll be right back. Hey guys, Jamie up in the booth. Was that stage right there?
That was
That is stage.
Okay, that's what I thought. All right, well, thank you so much, gentlemen, and keep up the good work, and we'll see you out on the track.
Absolutely. Good to hear from you, brother.
Absolutely. All right, real quick. Austin, who's your pick for the night?
Oh, crap. Oh, man. I'm going to have to go with Old Faithful. I'm going to go with Mr. Ellswick. He's got the team around him tonight. He's in a good position. There's a lot of IT and out guys performing well tonight and in the point standing, so I'm going to give it to Ye Old Faithful.
Beautiful pick, beautiful. Sellers, who you got?
I'm going to go with the champion destined Jay Malone and the number 60 car.
All right, we've seen Malone a little bit further back than we've normally seen him in the last few races, but definitely an amazing pick. Simmons, who you got?
I'm gonna go with yeah, I think Cochran's gonna pull out a late run.
Take
it.
Double pick right there. I picked Cochran as well, so hopefully the Ninja can get his way up front. Doing a great job tonight. Yeah, absolutely. And we'll go ahead and Aaron, who's your pick tonight?
I got my guy Barrow on this one.
Woo! Beautiful pick, Barrow. We try to avoid picking Barrow sometimes, but I'll tell you, he's gonna do a great job. Amazing pick, guys. Amazing pick.
Kyle, if you're watching, we got you take care.
All right, guys. Good luck up in the booth or up in the race control. All right, I am back. That was stage, Kiernan.
Awesome.
All right, pace car is going to be off. Lights are off. looks like Openchowski and McCabe are going to battle it out. See what kind of jump McCabe can get. Oh, Berkmeyer goes around immediately. That's going to bring out the yellow flag quite quickly. Wow. Let's go back and take a look and see what happened right there.
I was just saying that Hunter had done such a good job on those 2 tires.
Oh man, he must have started off in like first gear or something, because he just went completely around on that. Oh, that's a shame. He's going to be dropping back to the back of the pack.
So, what were the places for our stage? Logan out front.
You know, I'm
Lynch
not
second?
sure.
Yeah.
I am not sure.
I'm gonna try and jump down into the skid mark road.
Well, in a quick
and see if
update
he's
real
still-
fast, Logan Wilson is to the back of the pack as well. Interesting.
Yeah, I don't actually see him in the skid mark chat there right now, so I'm not going to go down in there and bother those guys.
No problem. It looks like Shane Cochran is going to take advantage of this yellow flag. He's going to come down into pit lane, as well as Richard Elliott. Let's go ahead and take a look at pit stops real quick. Everybody seemed to pit all the way down to the top 15 only 4 laps ago.
Give me 1 second.
10-4. Looks like Jason McCabe in the 35 and Justin Openchowski are going to get another chance to do it again. Really unfortunate event for Hunter Berkmeyer there. Like I said, he must have been in first gear and just punched it a little too hard. There's a lot of power in these cars right there when you put it to the floor, so...
Yep. It looks like, from what we can tell, Lynch was having some internet issues. So
oh, dang it,
very
man.
disappointing. Yeah. It sent him straight to the pits, and then it was cutting in and out.
Well, even if he did come back, I don't even think the technical 3-lap wave around is going to help at this point. Coonan back down into the pits as well. Might as well. If you're already in the back of the pack, you might as well jump down there and get as much fuel as you can.
Well, did he get the lucky dog? Because he was a lap down.
Oh, he did get the lucky dog and then went in. Yeah, so he's going to get that lap back. It does look like Lynch is back. He is on the track. He does register speed.
Awesome.
So that's good for him. It does look like he's only maybe 2 laps down, so he may those wave rounds may get him back up towards the front.
So just so everybody knows, we have, unfortunately technical things happen, and we try to get people back to where they were. And Jamie, how many laps maximum can we give somebody back?
That is, I believe we changed it from 3 to 2.
Right.
So I believe it is 2 wave rounds that you get to be able to correct the issue, but yeah, we'll see what happens. A lot of those IT and out cars up front.
There is. Man, it's been a great race tonight. I feel like I'm saying that every week, but it's been a great race tonight. A lot of green flag racing, and just a lot of really great racing. A lot of different people up front. Loving it.
Well, I'm always excited when we get to see a bunch of green flag pit stops. That just makes my day. That means strategy's going to come into play. It's always awesome. But here we go. Pace cars off the track, ladies and gentlemen. Openchowski and McCabe going to battle out for this restart right here for our 4th THDesigns caution. Green flag.
Now Boone's got himself up to fourth position. That's awesome considering what happened to him at the beginning of the race. think
I
it was
know.
that first caution.
It's got to feel good and build up your confidence a little bit, getting back up to the top 5 after an incident like that.
Especially in this class of field. A lot of really quick guys out there.
Well, and as we see Malone looking on the inside of McCabe, he's trying to take that away, and it does look like he does get it. McCabe just not able to hold on. Openchowski now looking to the inside. But looks like McCabe's making a little bit of a charge back. A little bit of a slide job there from Malone. McCabe not going to be happy with that. Malone he's not going to, it doesn't look like McCabe is going to let him get away.
Yeah, McCabe's going for it around the outside there.
Well, and the issue is Malone going to be able to hold on? We've seen trouble coming out of that 60 all night long with him getting loose and that car just wiggling around the track. Ellswick takes it out, makes his way up to third place again. Let's go ahead and see if we can ride along with Ellswick and see what he's got going on in the cockpit there. So it looks like they're only downshifting in the later run, because I didn't see Ellswick just downshift right there. And he's catching McCabe pretty heavily.
Just for those skid mark fans out there, Lynch is in 21st spot, 1 lap down. So he's in the lucky dog position at the moment.
Good for him.
Does look like Menchaca is out.
Oh, Ellswick clips the wall right there trying to avoid McCabe. Hopefully that didn't cause any damage.
I'm going to start calling Jay Malone Jay all alone because he's always up in the front by himself.
Well,
I don't know. Logan Wilson looks like he's making a charge. He's already back up to 11th. He's going to be one of the fastest drivers tonight. And like I said, once he gets out front, he's just hard to catch.
Yeah, you got Logan Wilson that's 11th, but then you also have Coonan that is 13th. So he's making a charge already as well.
Yeah, weren't those guys just in the back of the pack? I believe they were both around 20th and 19th or something.
Coonan got the last lucky dog. Logan is now 10th. And Coonan is now 11th or 12th.
So are you excited for the release of NASCAR 25 coming to PC in a few days?
I am. Are you going to purchase it straight away?
Oh, immediately. Yeah, I didn't buy it on console. I was really excited for the release. Obviously, the campaign is really... I don't care about the online because I can use iRacing for my online experience. But I want to see what that career is all about. I heard it's very immersive. Oh, the 76 of Logan Wilson goes around up into Justin Harris.
Oh, wow.
Huge damage for those cars. Terrible for Logan Wilson and Justin Harris. No good at all. Let's go back and take a look and see what happened there. Looks like a little bit of netcode between Logan Wilson and Thomas Coonan. Let's see if we can get a better angle of that.
Was it netcode? I hope it was netcode.
It wasn't. It wasn't. It does look like Coonan came up into Wilson right there.
Yeah.
I'm hoping Wilson has a fast repair. Looked like Wilson got a little loose though, and it slowed him down enough for Coonan to be able to get there on his backside, but it did look like Coonan came up the track. So I'd take one more look at it. Yeah, Coonan definitely came up the track a little bit. Dang, man, we were just talking about how good of a run they were having. This is the first actual accident we've seen tonight. Oh, man, Justin Harris's right side wheel just coming loose.
Poor Harris gets caught in that. That's not, when you know you're not having a great night as far as your luck goes.
Well, and I believe both of those drivers actually have a fast repair. Richard Elliott coming out in first place. Joseph Barrow up into second. Gallman in third. Malone fourth and Bruce in fifth. That was a little bit of a shakeup on that caution right there. But that is going to give Wesley Lynch the ability to get back out on the lead lap.
Hey Jamie, can I bother you to bring up the what they took on the pits?
Yeah, absolutely.
What tires they took?
So it looks like Elliott with fuel only, Barrow with 2 tires, Gallman with fuel only. Everybody else, Malone, Bruce, Ellswick, and McCabe with 4 tires, and R. Lane also taking 2 tires.
So that's the second time tonight Richard's done that. So he obviously thought that
Oh,
was
he's
a
coming
good
in.
move. Oh, he is.
Yeah, he's
you're
coming
right.
in now. And that is going to be our 5th THDesigns
Is that
caution.
Lynch?
No,
No, you're
no,
right. No,
Elliott's definitely
you're
going
right.
in.
My mistake.
Nope, you're good. Does look like Wesley Lynch got back out there on the lead lap. Good for him, man. He deserved it. He was doing really, really well all night. To have network issues destroy your race, that's, oh man, that's just so terrible.
I see that the lights are off on the pace car, so we should be coming to green this time round. So we got Burrow out front. Let's see what Burrow can do with Malone.
Pace car off the track.
Interesting to see how Goldman's tires do with this many laps on them.
Barrow with a huge jump right there. But he is only on 2 tires. I don't know how many laps he has on those tires, though. Malone, it looks like Malone came down for 4 tires, so he's going to... Oh, look! Ellswick getting loose right there. Causing a little bit of an upset in the pack. Ellswick starts to fall back. But it looks like Barrow and Malone are going to be by themselves up front. They're going to be almost a second in front of our lane.
So I wonder if Malone will just tuck in for a few laps so he can get a break away from those guys behind.
I didn't think about it, but
Nope.
you know what would be really cool? To make our own, like, what are they called? Where you join in and you bet on other drivers. Our own fantasy league for our
It'd be
drivers.
awesome.
Yeah.
It'd be awesome. It would be really awesome, especially with what the especially with what NASCAR does halfway through the season. I can't remember who sponsors that. That might be something to look at. That might be something to look at for next season. I know you guys are having a meeting about that here in a couple of weeks. So, anyone has suggestions, get them into us.
I think it'd be pretty cool, and not only that, I think the drivers would really enjoy it to see who picks them on their fantasy team. That'd be awesome. I'm already getting excited about it. I think that's gonna be a big presentation in the meeting.
Yep.
But wow, Chris Campbell and Coonan battling it out right now. Coonan back up to 10th place after that incident right there. Looks like Logan Wilson did come back out. He did have a fast repair, so good for him. Oh, he gets up into the wall. Big contact with the wall, allowing Shane Cochran to get past.
Now, did Coonan get an EOL? Then? Or
Well, if he didn't, he's definitely most likely going to get a post-race EOL if he didn't claim that.
Yeah.
Coonan fighting his way back up into the top 10. Birkmeyer up into the wall. Man, we've seen a lot of contact with that 1 and 2 right there.
Especially when the tires are still green. When they have a good heat cycle on them, these guys seem to be able to hold them a little bit better. Man, that turn 4, I could just see those guys trying to keep it low on that turn 4. The track is so wide in turn 4 that you think you've got all this room, and you have all this room, but you can't use it because the further you go out in turn 4, the longer it makes the turn, and you just lose time.
Looks like we're starting to see those 2 tire changes starting to show. Barrow getting passed by 3 drivers and Malone. Oh, Opachowski goes sideways down into the bottom line down there. That's going to drop him back in at least 10 spots.
He didn't get into the grass, so...
car is spinning on the track right there. Looks like Coonan.
Coonan, yeah.
Oh, man. Let's go ahead
Man, that was a hard hit by Coonan.
Yeah, he just went sideways into the turn.
Whoa.
Oh, that is terrible. Makes contact with the 35, but that's it.
Did he use his fast repair?
I don't think he did, but that's going to be a blown engine. He had to tow out.
Oh, wow. Wow.
Such a shame for such a good driver coming out. Hopefully he gets out of the infield care center soon. We can maybe get him for an interview or something.
Yeah, it's shame for him and shame for us as well. I wanted to see him up front.
No, it
battling,
doesn't.
especially
It doesn't.
Malone.
He actually, yeah, because he's gonna have to wait for his tow time before his fast repair kicks in. So I'm not sure if he has one or not, but that is definitely gonna put him in a bad position.
Well, it was fun while it lasted, having him back.
It's good to see him out there. I'm super happy to see him getting back into the car, and just really unfortunate right there getting loose. Malone, he's going to stay out. I wonder if that's going to be a detrimental... Oh, wait, everybody just fooled us. I thought they were all going in, but they didn't.
Look, I want to talk about 87, Lane. We haven't talked about him all night, and he's right up front there right now.
Yeah, he worked hard to get up to where he's at, and I'll tell you, it's looking like he does have a lot of speed. I just hope he can keep up with Malone. Bunch of the cars in the top of the field pitted. It looks like we have everybody from the top 1st to 9th Did not pit. Everybody from 10th back all pitted, every one of them. Let's go ahead and take a look and see who's gotten some damages fixed tonight. Looks like Menchaca with 2 minutes and 40 seconds, but everybody after that all has less than a second, and it's only 36 seconds for our lane, which is up front right now. Coonan with 28 seconds, Harris 16, Openchowski 7, Bruce 7, Haynes with 3 seconds, Elliott with 1 second, and Barr was somehow registering with 0 seconds.
It's so funny. It's so funny. I saw that for myself in the truck race, and I was like, how did I have a 0 second? Yeah, so I don't know how that works out.
Well, where did that put Logan Wilson? Logan Wilson's now all the way up to 8th place after that big crash with Coonan. But he's going to have to be careful. With only 35 laps left in the THDesigns Bluegrass 225, he's going to have to make really smart moves. He may also need another caution to make it happen too.
We have Ellswick as well up there in the 4th position at the moment, right next to Bruce. He's had some good speed all night. Lights are off on the pace car. I was looking to see how far back Lynch is. Lynch is in 11th at the moment.
Great to see him recover after that technical issue.
Yeah.
And he's right there with his teammate Barrow as well. Pace car is going to be off the track. Lane, Malone, here we go. Green flag is out. It does look like Coonan came back out as well.
As he's done all season long, Malone got the jump on the field. We have Bruce into 2nd, followed by Lane and Ellswick.
Yeah, it looks like Lane fell back a little bit on that restart, giving Bruce and Ellswick the advantage.
I wonder if it's the 2 tires. He only took 2 tires there earlier.
Well, let's see. It looks like Malone, Bruce, Lane, Ellswick, Wilson, Openchowski, Harris, and Haynes all have 15 laps on their tires, where Birkmeyer, Campbell, Lynch, Barrow, Gallman, and Wilson all had pitted 3 laps ago.
Lynch pitted 3 laps ago, but he only took fuel. So that's one of the ways that he's leapfrogged the field there a little bit. Bruce looks like he has some good pace here for Malone.
Yeah, absolutely.
He's tracking a 1/3 of a second behind him.
Well, we're going to see if Malone has learned from any of the mistakes he's made tonight and is able to stay up front. But if he doesn't, it is going to give Bruce the advantage to capitalize and take that lead away.
And some great speed by Campbell there.
Lynch is also making some moves. Getting held up by Birkmeyer there, though. Campbell going around the outside. Birkmeyer gets loose up in front of Gallman, giving Lynch what he needed to get around him. Barrow being pushed by the number 66 of, or no, that's the 89.
And that's some great driving by all those guys just then.
our lane. Looks like he was able to recover.
Oh, Burrow's around.
No, he's
Burrow's,
not.
yeah, Burrow's gone. Yep. He's totally around. That's a
Jeez.
caution.
Looks like he tried to save it, but the 95 barely tapped him. Brad Wilson smacking the side of that number 4. It's going to be damage for both of those vehicles, unfortunately.
I would like the record to reflect that it was Aaron that did it.
That did what?
Picked Barrow.
Oh, jeez. Oh, jeez.
I would just like the record to show
Well,
it was none of us.
and
It's his birthday week as well, you know?
Yeah,
oh my gosh.
I know. I wanted him to be able to win this. Definitely do. But again, I think Barrow still has a fast repair up his sleeve. We'll have less than 30 laps to go when this does go back to green flag. So Barrow still definitely has a good chance to make it where he needs to be. But it looks like everybody is going to be coming down into pit lane. Thomas Coonan, I don't imagine, will be, so he can get that lap back. He is going to be the lucky dog, and he didn't make any contact, so he should be good to go. Everybody down into pit lane.
Well, now I'm interested to see if Coonan can make his way back.
Guess who won the
Not
race
only-
off of pit lane?
Yeah. Nice job, Logan. So I'm guessing he only took, I didn't see if he took just 2 or whether he took no tires.
Him and Malone both only took 2 tires, but Darren Bruce took 4.
Interesting.
But Shane Cochran, on the other hand, didn't take any. He didn't come into pit lane at all.
KG.
You are correct. That is a bold
Very
move.
KG. Look, I think if I was racing Cup, I would just stick behind, if I could, Cochran and just do exactly what he does.
Wait, did Coonan come down into pit lane? Did he not get the lucky dog? I don't think he got the lucky dog.
I think he might have been 2 laps down.
Could be right, but man, his time differential increased almost a whole minute.
Oh, did it?
Malone coming down into pit lane. What?
Yeah.
That is interesting.
He's there for a while. Was he getting some repairs fixed?
I'm not sure he's coming back out now.
Because he was sitting there for an awfully long time after the tires were done.
Talking about Cochran making a bold move. I mean, he was in 3rd.
Yeah.
He took the same amount of tires Wilson did.
27 laps to go.
Here we go. Pace car going to be off. The battle between Cochran and Wilson here. Wilson, one of the fastest drivers of the night.
Cochran on still the same set of tires.
Cochran with a nice jump, but Bruce isn't going to let him get away. Huge spread out.
Bruce took 4 tires, 2 sets.
Yeah, he did, but woo! Bruce getting loose, giving the advantage to Wilson right there. Wilson getting a bump from behind by Openchowski. Wilson now diving on the inside of Bruce, but Bruce able to hold on to it somehow, coming out of 3 and 4. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Now we have a race on our hands.
Yeah, we do.
I don't know. It might have paid off for Cochran there. But like you said, Bruce does have those fresher tires. But also, we've said if they make it around 5 or 6 laps in, those tires start to come off. 87 of our lane down into the pits. No caution comes out.
That would have been a wild ride.
I think the same thing just happened to him in the beginning of the race. But while that was happening, it looks like Darren Bruce got the advantage over Shane Cochran, was able to take the lead away. So our new leader is Darren Bruce in the 39.
Malone putting it 3 wide right now, going up the inside of Goldman. He's back in
14th. Oh, yep. Man, that 3 wide was incredible. We just switched to it. Between Gallman and Coonan there.
Yeah.
He's going to have to check up for Gallman. Gallman getting loose. A little bit of bump from Malone. Ooh. Incredible driving going on right now. It's going to be on the outside of Coonan. What happened to Openchowski? I thought he was up front pushing our leaders.
Not sure if he took 4 and dropped back or what it was.
I mean, on that restart, he was pushing our leaders up. I think he started in like 5th. Darren Bruce making a show.
Just back here watching Malone and Coonan, and they don't have it all their own way back here. Everyone has pace now.
Yeah, Openchowski diving on the inside of Malone. He's going to have bad Brad Wilson right behind him. Oh, 3 wide with Wilson.
Yeah.
4 wide.
Goldman. Not sure who that is on the bottom there.
That was the number 15 of Michael Boone. Making a huge run on those 3 cars, gaining 3 positions at once.
Yeah, Boone and Goldman went around the outside. One went high, one went low around both those other 2 cars.
Maybe we're right. Either A, Coonan got in contact with somebody, or B, he was 2 laps down. That's the only way I could see him not getting that lucky dog. Only 20 to go here for the THDesigns Bluegrass 225, ladies and gentlemen, here at Kentucky.
Only 20 to go, and Bruce has driven a brilliant race to be up front now. I mean, he's got a second over Cochran right now, followed by Ellswick.
Well, Cochran also doing a really good job. Ellswick losing a spot to the 87 is a lap down, so Ellswick is still going to be in 3rd place. But Cochran, just an amazing race from him tonight as well.
And that's a tough position to be in for the 87 for Lane. You want to get your lap back. You don't want to interfere with these other guys.
Sometimes interference is what it takes.
Yeah,
if he wants to get it back.
I'm still locked in on Malone at the moment, and him and Coonan can't get away from each other. They are still locked, nose to tail and side to side, the whole way around. Malone to 10th, but there's only 17 to go, so he's going to struggle to make it back there, I would say now.
Yeah, not a lot of time left.
Logan Wilson in 5th, good job.
Haynes up into Coonan. Coonan up into the wall.
That's dumb for Coonan. And we have a yellow.
That is going to shake up the end of this race. Let's go ahead and take a look. Coonan jumping to the pits. That is going to be his night, unfortunately. That was the caution he was waiting for, but not with him involved. Oh, man.
Nowhere for Coonan to go.
Yeah, it looked like Haynes just got loose on his own.
Yeah, Gorman got a piece of that. Not too much damage, though.
Yeah, it looked like Haynes had with the double snap. Trying to correct it on the first one, overcorrect on the second one. Unfortunately, just sent that car around. Too much damage for Coonan having to jump to the pits. Hopefully, he is okay. But that looks like that is going to be the 23's night, unfortunately.
So we have Bruce, Cochran, Ellswick, Harris, Wilson, McCabe, Lynch, Campbell, Malone, and McCabe rounding out the top 10.
Well, and the question is, are you coming in for fresh tires? Are you coming in for those stickers? 15 laps to go, probably less than that by the time we get back to green flag here.
It really depends where you're at. I think you definitely are at a certain point. Where is that point? Right behind Malone, which I think Malone is in 9th right now.
Looks
Looks like Malone came for tires.
Yeah, the only people that didn't was Bruce, Cochran, Ellswick, Harris, Lynch, Campbell, Burkmeyer, and Boone. Barrow also not coming in, and Marion also not coming in.
You know, that was really important for Malone that a lot of people followed him into the pits because there's less people he needs to get by now when he comes out.
Let's go ahead and take a look at the pits one more time. Looks like the last time Cochran pitted was 22 laps ago, but he only got fuel, so there is much more on those tires than 22. So that is going to be a struggle. Everybody from, it looks like, everybody up into the top 10 all has 15 laps on those tires. And as we said, 5 or 6 laps is really going to slow you down on those tires, the tire wear. So it's going to be interesting to see what those top guys can do. But again, if they're slower, the other guys behind them, they're still going to have to work their way around them. It's going to definitely, like I said, it's definitely going to shake up this race a lot.
So Marion's blended back in now, and I'm showing him in 10th right now. Is that what? Yeah, the track is showing him in 10th as well. So he's coming from 10th. He has in front of him, it says on my machine Burrow, but that's not right.
It looks like Logan Wilson drops all the way to the back of the pack in 19th. Wonder what happened. Yeah, most everybody took 2 to 4 tires from Gallman back. So from 10th or 11th all the way back, everybody took a bunch of tires. And again, I don't know. It's a hard call. You're only going to have about 12 laps to go.
So Bruce has got 16 laps on his tires. Cochran has 23 on his tires. Bruce seems really quick to me.
Cochran has to have more than that because Cochran pitted 23 laps ago and didn't get tires. Right. He only fueled up. So if I was Cochran, I think I might have came in on that one. And he would have only lost, what, 8 spots?
Yep. Well, yeah. He knows that now. But he didn't know how many people were going to dive with him.
Here we go. Pace cars off the track. Bruce and Cochran.
Can Cochran stay with him?
Bruce with a huge jump right there. Ellswick down on the bottom side. Going to get on the inside of Cochran. But he can't make it happen. Cochran just too quick.
Oh, I see Burrow around. Burrow into the wall.
No!
Yeah. Not sure who else got wrapped up in that. Elliott just missed it, but then got...
It looks like some net code with Elliott.
Yeah.
Oh, Elliott actually tapped him.
Oh.
But Barrow was already around.
Wow.
It looks like Malone came up underneath. Yeah, Malone actually got up under Barrow. And then some net code with Elliott. Barrow up into the wall really hard right there. Looks like Barrow did not have to tow out, thank God.
Yeah, Dustin got a bunch of that right there towards the end as well.
Dustin, he can't afford another one because I know he doesn't have a fast repair left.
Yeah.
But it looked like that was going to be on Malone right there, so I hope he has the wherewithal to claim it, because if not, I can almost guarantee you that is going to be a post-race EOL if he doesn't.
I'd be claiming that one, I think.
Oh, yeah, 100%. That would be his first post-race EOL of the season if he doesn't claim it.
We had something similar to that in the truck race, and the immediate reaction to Craighead when he tapped you was that he didn't do it, and then he saw it and realized, oh yes, it was my fault. So he was able to claim it, fortunately, before the race restarted.
And you know I was hoping he didn't.
I know we all were. Well, not all of us, actually. But yeah, Craighead won that race and Jamie came second. So hence Jamie's wish and claim head.
Well, and he was
Craighead
involved
had
in Craighead was involved in another accident later on that night that I thought was his fault, but it wasn't. And he didn't claim it, so I was like, oh man, I might get the win on that. But no, I would hate to get a win. I mean, a win is a win, but I would hate to get it like that.
Yeah. Well, as we've seen tonight, Malone and Craighead have been the class of both the truck and the cup field, and when they get stuck back in traffic, they still have to make their way through the field, and that can be really tough work because all these drivers are very competitive. They're not just going to pull over and let them through.
No, definitely not.
And to be honest, Malone doesn't want that either. He wants to race them. So yeah.
Well, anybody on those older tires, this caution is going to help them out a lot. Because by the time we go back green, they're going to go double file right here with the lights off the pace car. They're only going to have 8 laps to go. I mean, if they can make it 8 laps and stay up front, I think they're going to be in the green.
Yeah, I'm not sure why we took so long then to come back to green. But...
So everybody from 1st to 9th pitted 20 laps ago, and then Cochran 27. But again, Cochran didn't take any tires at all.
Yeah.
That is going to be the 9th THDesign caution of the night. With only 8 laps to go after the green flag drops, this is going to be a race to the finish. And
I
it,
hope it stays green. I'm looking for a good finish to this.
and Kieran, it does not look like Malone claimed that caution.
Oof.
We'll have to see what race control decides. But here we
Yeah,
go.
sometimes it's hard for us to tell, just seeing it quickly.
Yeah, it's all speculation for us.
Yep.
Here we go. Green flag is out.
Great start by Bruce.
Absolutely. Side by side with Ellswick and Cochran one more time. See if Cochran can pull it off again, and he does.
On those 100-lap-old tires.
I know. It's incredible what he's able to do. Mixing it up throughout the back of the pack as well.
Yeah, 3 wide, back with Lynch and Marion right now. Sorry, Lynch and Malone.
Contact. Berkmeyer around. Lynch into the wall. Dang it.
Bruce is not going to like that because he had a really good jump out there, actually, over Cochran and Ellswick and Harris.
Let's go back and take a look and see what happened. Oh, it looks like contact with the 15. 15 up into Berkmeyer. Berkmeyer up into Lynch. Lynch not making too much contact with that number 95. It didn't look like he took too much damage, but definitely some damage on that 95 of Berkmeyer. Man, I was really hoping to see it go green for the rest of the race. But that is going to give a huge advantage to Cochran.
Yeah, it is.
Because by the time we come back, it's only going to be 3 laps to go.
It's an interesting top 10 there at the moment with Bruce, Cochran, Ellswick, Harris, Campbell, Boone, Malone, Lynch, McCabe, Opinchowski. So you have Boone that we haven't talked about a lot tonight. That's made his way back up to 6th, and also Campbell that we've barely mentioned tonight as well. That's made his way up to 5th. Good to see Opinchowski in the top 10. Yeah, what an interesting graphic that is. 24 laps. That's some old crusty tires, but not quite as old as Cochran's. Cochran took fuel only on lap 30 or 31 laps ago. So is he going to be able to make it on fuel?
That's a good question. I didn't think about that.
I'm not sure he can.
Well, we were seeing about 32 to 34 laps. And with all these yellow flags, he might have enough.
We need to have a direct line to his father, because his father, I believe, is his spotter and crew chief. See if we can get him up and see if he has enough fuel.
I was about to pull him up, and the lights went out.
Yeah, I was about to say, he's probably a little busy right now.
I know. If I'm Cochran, I'm sweating.
So, and then right behind those guys, we've got Ellswick and of course Harris. It could be set up for a good finish here. Well, they're set up for a good finish, but an even better finish. Bruce has had the jump on these guys at the start.
Well, and the big thing is Cochran's really going to have to stay with him on this next restart. He cannot let Ellswick continue to get down low on him. Because one of these times, Ellswick is going to make it stick, and he's going to take that position away.
Yeah, he needs Harris to get a good start with him as well to give him a good push.
I agree. If he gets a good push on that backstretch, he might be able to catch Bruce. This is the battle to end it all right here.
Malone back in 7th. See what he can do.
Ooh, nice little push from Harris. That's going to give Cochran the advantage. Cochran staying right there.
Ellswick didn't get a great start that time.
Oh, the 52 up into Harris.
Oh, yeah.
Caution's out again. Dang it. Now, if they continue to do this, I highly doubt that Cochran's going to have enough.
I'm sitting here doing the maths myself. I'm like, yeah. If we have a couple of green and whites.
Looks like Boone jumped to the pits.
So who was involved in that one, Jamie?
Harris.
Ugh. It's that Campbell that was out of shape there.
Yeah. Campbell, looks like Campbell got loose. Boone up into the...
Boone,
right
nowhere
up
to
into
go.
the wall.
Yeah.
Hard, too. Not what you want to see if you're Bruce or Cochran right now. You have Malone that has now caught back up, and he is going to be in 3rd place, or 4th place. Ellswick is going to be in 3rd place.
So Bruce has had a couple of restarts here where he's been out front and only done a lap or two. It gets frustrating after a little while because you're sitting there going, I only need a bad start, and then these guys are going to swamp me. So he'll be putting a lot of pressure on himself right now.
Well, and the same thing goes for Cochran. One bad start will send you right back.
Yeah, because he had a great jump on Ellswick there last time.
Well, that bump coming from our lane, but now I don't think Malone is going to give him that bump because he's going to be fighting his teammate.
I was about to say, tell me who's 4th right now, Malone. This has worked perfectly into his hands. So I don't know. I think Malone will be right up on Cochran, pushing him as hard as he can, because I think Malone thinks he can still win this.
I can tell you now that Malone has 15 lap fresher tires than everybody else.
Yeah, that too. Yep. So, Jamie, just the top 10 here is a little interesting, especially around 10th. We have Bruce, Cochran, Ellswick, Malone, Openchowski, Marion, McCabe, Haynes, McCabe, Elliott, Goldman, Lynch, Burrow. So Burrow's still there. He's in 13th. We have Hunter in 14th, followed by Brad Wilson, Logan Wilson, Chris Campbell, Lane, and Harris all on the lead lap. Unfortunately, it looks like Boone is now 3 laps down. So looks like he might have too much damage.
Well, is this the third green, white checkered or the second? That's good. That's going to be a good question. Pace car's
It's
off.
actually could only be the first. That's what I'm seeing right now. GWC 1/3 is what it says right now.
All right. Let's hope they can hold it together for just one lap. Here we go. Bruce with a huge jump. Malone right behind his teammate, drops down behind Ellswick. They're going to go ahead and swamp Cochran. Let's go ahead and pay attention to that battle back there. Cochran going to be on the outside. 3 wide with the 66, 60, and 86. 96 of Openchowski. He's trying to get in the mix as well. Contact between the 86 and the 96.
Oh.
Did that... Ellswick too?
Yeah.
No way.
Yeah.
You're kidding. Harris, Campbell, Cochran, Openchowski.
So that is the final lap, and it looks like Bruce is bringing it around for the win, followed by Malone.
Oh, that wasn't a yellow?
No, there's no yellow out.
What?
Yeah.
They came across the line before that happened?
Not sure how it worked out. I just looked up there and saw them. The checkered flag was out.
Well, before we go to drivers' interviews, congratulations to Darren Bruce, but let's go take a look and see what happened.
Yeah, Bruce, you were awesome, buddy. Great start.
It looks like Openchowski got loose down into Ellswick. Ellswick able to hold on to it, but up into Cochran. Cochran comes down into Ellswick. No freaking way did that happen like that.
And was that to the checkered flag right there?
No, that was to a lap before the checkered flag. That was the last lap.
So the leader must have been over the start finish before that actually happened. He must have received the white flag.
Yeah, he did. He did. But that is going to be your podium, ladies and gentlemen. Darren Bruce, Jacob Malone, and Marion coming out with the podium. We'll be right back with your driver interviews. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are back with your podium drivers. Bruce, Malone, Marion coming out with it here at Kentucky for the THDesigns Bluegrass 225. We'll go ahead and start it off with your winner, Darren Bruce. How we doing tonight, man? How's it feel? Race 3 of the playoffs, GEC NASCAR THDesign Cup Series Season 7. Congratulations, man. Great job at your win tonight at Kentucky.
Hey, thanks, man. I just wish we hadn't got behind the 8 ball with that real bad race at Martinsville to start things off.
Well, and it looks like with that kind of recovery, it's definitely going to boost up your points quite a bit. Obviously, you know, Malone has a little bit of a gap on everybody, but this has definitely got to be a confidence booster going into the last 2 races.
Oh, yeah, definitely. Anytime you can beat somebody like Malone, it's always a confidence booster, man. That dude, he's good.
Well, we were paying... Go ahead.
Yeah, sorry, man. Darren, you had some great speed tonight. I didn't really take a lot of notice of you until the last third of the race. And then I was feeling really bad for you with those restarts because you were getting great restarts on everybody. And how hard were you concentrating there towards the end?
Oh, man, you felt bad just like how I felt. Yeah, I was trying to keep them guessing about when I was going. Yeah, I knew I was going to be fast. It's one of my best tracks. I just hate this car. This car drives like a stagecoach and races worse, man. But this is one of my better tracks, and I knew I'd be fast. I got loose early and got in the back and played catch up the whole race. Took me till the last stage there to get back within striking distance, and I don't know what happened to Malone there, but I ended up getting ahead of him there on that one caution, and we was out of tires. I was scared I was going to let the tires get back up there, but
I know. I think you had 24 or 26 laps on your tires. So anyway, great job, man. Great to see you up there.
Thank you, sir.
Absolutely, yeah. We were definitely concerned with your and Cochran's pit strategy. We thought that you guys weren't going to be able to make it on fuel, let alone the tires were much older. I know Malone, he was coming up at 15 lap fresher tires than you guys, but you did pull it out. Congratulations, Bruce, on another victory here in GEC NASCAR. We look forward to many, many more. Is there anybody you'd like to thank for tonight's race?
We always got to thank our sponsors, Alexander Auto, Duckworth Barbecue, and Select Seal Coat, and thank my teammates, Dirty South guys. Keith Dunn, he wasn't here. Reggie Evans wasn't here, and Steve Linger, I think he hadn't been here in a little bit. Those guys are all at the World Dirt Finals at Charlotte Dirt Track tonight, so they couldn't be here, but wish those guys would have been here with us.
Well, congratulations, and we look forward to seeing you out at the Winter Circle, possibly at Michigan.
Thanks, sir. I also want to thank the grandkids. They like to watch these when Grandpa wins.
Well, Grandpa did it tonight.
Good job, man.
Thanks, man.
All right, we're going to go ahead and move on to our second place podium driver, Jacob Malone. Jacob, couple incidences putting you to the back of the pack, you know, making your way from the front to the back once again, up to the second place for race 3 of the playoffs. And I'll tell you, nothing less than impressive. Congratulations on making this podium, man. How does it feel?
You know, it's good to come home with a podium, but overall, my race, especially in the first half, was kind of disappointing. I made a mistake. Didn't take tires the first stage, so I just stayed out on really old tires. Caused me to spin on the last lap. That was mistake number 1 right there. Drove through the pack, somehow got back up to second just from pit strategy. So that was a good little thing for stage 2. But coming to near the end of stage 3, we had that one little incident where I came out up front, but I didn't have my tires set, so I had to go back in the pit road. Fell straight to the back. So that was great. Kind of relied on those end all-be-all cautions to try to drive to the front. Wish we had more laps so I could really use those new tires to their full advantage, but we weren't able to due to the constant, you know, little shootout we had. I definitely was aggressive, probably rubbed a few people the wrong way, but I'm glad I brought it home together to at least get a good finish out of the night after a eventful evening.
Jacob, I noticed you. I noticed on your last pit stop, you seemed to be in the pits for a little while just after the car came down off the jacks. Was there any damage that you were getting repaired there? Because I just found it unusual that you came to the pits at that time.
Well, I didn't have my tires set, which doesn't help. So I came back in just to, put new tire, just to actually take my 4 tires instead of taking only one set of tire, one side. But I came in there, and I also did have damage. So yes, I knocked the car a little uncomfortably from tapping the wall on corner entry because I tend to get close to the wall on corner entry. So just mistakes, kind of added all together, but I was able to recover. Good win to Bruce, of course. He raced amazing. I feel like me and him were very even on the long run, so it was fun to race him when I was around him.
Yeah, great
Yeah.
job. You. It's funny you mentioned that because I did notice you brushing the wall on entry and in both 1 and also 3, but you only kissed it very softly. A couple of times a little harder in 4, but for the most times you only kissed it pretty softly. But hey, man, great job, having a great season. Congratulations.
Thank you, man. Well, have a good one, guys. Thank you guys for putting this on.
Absolutely. Is there anybody you'd like to thank for tonight's race?
My parents, ITing out, of course. I think Caleb might be a little upset with me, but yeah, we work well together. We have practices that help us all get better. Our qualifying has gotten a lot stronger, and we've had a lot more pace. We just don't have the finishes to show it currently, and it's upsetting because of how good we are as a team.
Well, all the IT and out guys have been doing a great job this season. Definitely a dominating team, and we appreciate you coming out and doing such a great job tonight. We expect to see you out at Michigan next week, hopefully in the winner's circle.
Yep. Have a good one, man.
Absolutely.
Good job, man.
Last but definitely not least, Marian coming out with a podium finish on this one. Marian, obviously a long, hard-fought battle. One of the best paint jobs me and Kieran have seen tonight. We discussed it a few times. A little bit of a throwback to that Jeff Gordon paint scheme with the flames on it, but you had that Texas Pete hot sauce, one of my favorite hot sauces. But man, just looking really good out there tonight. Congratulations on your podium. How does it feel?
Man, it feels great. The jig is up. Texas Pete is back in town. I feel like I didn't expect to finish here. I felt like I had pretty decent speed from the start. I didn't qualify well, typically never do. And it probably went unseen, but I pretty much felt like I ran my race with minimal mistakes. Was having a hard time on pit road, kind of like the 11 and Sundays race, but yeah, had a few not bad stops, but enough to like lose a few spots, and I was pretty much just grinding for the track position at that point, which is key in this race. And then at the end with the yellows, kind of ran out of tires, but overall that was a really competitive, fun race. Like everyone seemed to be on the same page and kind of on point tonight, which was great to see. A lot of green flag racing, and yeah, I don't know how we finished third, but we're here.
Yeah,
I'll take it.
It looked really tight there all night long from about 5th spot back to about 12th. There was always a good fight, and you seem to be in that in the middle of all that. Look, I love the paint job. I actually really like.
Thanks, man.
I like the reflection at the bottom of the ones. Very, 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 very cool. Loved it. Congratulations tonight.
Thank you.
Absolutely great job. Anybody you'd like to thank for this playoff race?
Yeah, shout out to Ronnie Campbell. We worked really great tonight as a team and remained calm together. Of course, Ricky, per usual, but he's been absent for the past few weeks. He's my spotter. And then shout out to myself, my Instagram, Off the Bleacher, if y'all want to check it out. I stream these races, do some cool little visuals on there, but yeah, Off the Bleacher on Instagram. That's all.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much for doing a good job, and we expect to see you out at Michigan, hopefully taking a win home before the season's out.
Oh, that'd be great. It'd be great.
Well,
Thank you guys.
yes, sir. We look forward to it. And thank you all for showing up tonight. Thank you all for being here. GEC NASCAR is... Sorry about that. My mic cut out. GEC NASCAR is a community ran league, and I'll tell you, we don't do this alone at all. It's thanks to everybody that shows up every week and drives these cars and trucks, and everybody that shows up every week to watch these races. We appreciate all of you, and we look forward to seeing you guys next week here at Michigan for the THDesigns Cup and Truck Series, GEC NASCAR. Thank you so much, and we'll see you next week.